Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Wow, I'm as mad as hell because of this virus and what's happening to us and how our lives have been turned upside down, you know? How about you, Lori?
Well, me too.
You as mad as hell?
Me too. Yeah, first thing I thought I'm not gonna have depressed, right? But I get it. I get it without knowing. So it's kind of hard for me to, you know, suggest myself how do I depressed, or do I get hungry, or do I get mad? It's pretty, you know. And then finally I say, I must be depressed. I must be depressed because I have this kind of feeling like, gee, I'm in the jail. But, you know, I have to work it out like, okay, go in the positive thing. You have to do what you have to do. You have to, you know, wear the mask, we go out, things like that. And so finally I find out I get depressed and I eat a lot. And then after I eat, I say, I have nothing to do. I go to sleep.
Yeah, we are sleeping more. We are getting a lot of rest in that regard.
Yeah.
But it's sleep around just sort of being bored at times during the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really frustrating. And recently, I was having some emotions around this whole thing going on. And I was feeling, I couldn't quite figure out how I was feeling. But I wasn't sure if I was feeling sad, if I was mad, if I was afraid. And so Lori and I talked about it one night, and we didn't really resolve anything. And the next day, when I got up and walking around the village, of course wearing the mask and everything, and I realized that it's not as friendly. When everybody's wearing the mask, you can't see people smile, you can't see their teeth, you can't see anything like that, and they just sort of stare at you. And
who are you?
Who are you? Yeah. And then it hit me. This is the reason that I was feeling sad. It's not as friendly down here. By everybody wearing the mask, we can't see the facial expressions and that. So I know it's not only us that are just having this experience of isolation and disappointment and depression and sadness and being afraid. And what about you? Do you have any experiences that?
Oh, to me, well, to wear the mask, it was okay. The rule is rule, but I was get mad because the people, just like you say, it's not friendly like before. And then, yeah, and I got depressed for that, you know. And then also seems like we have a jail ourselves. We can't go any other state or thing like that. We just stay home and, you know, go get the groceries and then come back home quickly. So it was stay home all day. It's just like, you know, you have a freedom of the jail.
When we do go to restaurants, we try to go to outdoor restaurants. Now, when we come to a restaurant like this, and sometimes they get mad at me because I wipe down the table and they say, well, I already did it. But I want to see him do it. And so I really make sure. Now the menus are laminated, so then I wipe them down too, okay? Now this is frustrating. These are one of the things that we have to do, and it's frustrating that you need to do this, but we're doing everything we can to stay healthy and social distancing and making sure we protect other people too. So, okay, the table's ready. Come and join us for breakfast here.
We're not done yet.
We're just trying all the things. There's just so many little things that are just so different that you don't have the freedom. Like Lori says, we're in jail. It feels like that. But we are feeling the sadness around this whole virus and everything we're experiencing. Like if we go to Walmart, the Walmart is, we get up real early and we get there like right when it opens up. We get in, we get in and get out really quick. I don't know if you guys experience this, but just all at once throughout the day, and you're, you know, staying at home and nothing to do, and you're not socializing, and then all at once you just like want to pull out your hair. You go, I gotta do something. I gotta do something.
One of the things is frustrating me. So when we go for a walk, so we have to wear the mask, and it's very difficult to breathe. You know, when you walk, you wear the mask and things like that, and also I get depressed too.
You see behind us, there isn't anybody here. And usually this is full of families and people playing and just having a great time on the lake. And so another thing that's a little big time disappointing. And we have to wear our mask. You know, even so we're not by anybody and there isn't anybody around. And so that's what is a little disappointing.
Well, the rule is a rule. You have to wear the mask. I feel like it's not safe. I want to stay in a safe place.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing that we say. For us, we're not planning on doing any traveling because we do have a safe environment where we live in our house and even here around us. But to go for a travel and go into restaurants that we're not familiar with, no, we're not going to take that chance. Or travel and go into hotels and you know, we don't know what the pillow is or the sheets or anything like that. So how clean are they? So we're just not going to take the chance. But I think all in all, it does get on your nerves just to sit around and that. And
I gotta keep smiling to keep myself feel good.
Give us your comments on what you think. How are you feeling? Are you feeling the same feelings that we are? Are you feeling sad and afraid and depressed? How are you keeping up your spirits? What are you doing? Maybe you have some techniques you can share with us on how you're keeping, you know, a positive attitude. And I think that we would really appreciate if you could share those ideas with us.
Well, I would say, just like we do now, stay home more. Go out necessarily you need to go. If you don't necessarily need to go, you don't have to go. You know, make sure you wear the mask, make sure you carry your sanitizer with you. Sometimes the store run out and they forget to, you know, to bring it out, and then you have your own. So make sure be careful. I even spray my fork or spoon before I eating, something like that. So
well, I want to thank everybody that's participating in our Patreon account and what we're doing with Patreon. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it is an area that you can give money to video creators like us if you feel you're receiving value. And so what we're doing with that money, and what we're receiving right now is about $125 from our patrons. Thank you very much. And we're taking that and we're doubling it. So now we have $250 that we're giving away to the food banks, to the underprivileged families here, and sharing that money with them. So if you feel you'd like to be part of that, you can go down the link below and you can see our Patreon link and see if that works for you. The other thing, all of our videos are free, okay? And they always will be free on YouTube. So if you don't feel you want to participate in the Patreon, don't worry about it, because it's just for somebody who feels like they're receiving value from our videos and you want to give us a little tip in the tip jar. That's what it comes down to. So here is a list of some of our patrons. We want to thank you for contributing, and now we're taking your money, we're doubling it, we're matching it, and we will be giving it away to the Mexican families here in the food banks. We want to thank each one of you for your generous heart of giving back to the community.